continuation of the kind of the flow of the game. That big run in the fourth quarter for them, and then the comeback for you guys.
Same story as last game. We're playing a great game, and they make a big run on us. I don't think Coach said it was 21-0. So, that kind of let them back in the game. We had control, but we let the game go away. We fought till the end there, but it didn't go our way.
What were you seeing, or what are you guys talking about during that run? What maybe was happening there that allowed them to do that?
We were just trying to get stops. LeBron was kind of LeBron. He went off. He did his thing, and we were careless with the ball on the other side. Instead of scoring or taking good shots, we had a couple turnovers there. That kind of helped them make that run.
This is his 22nd season now. He's got 3.5 years worth of playoff games, 3.5 seasons. Like all the miles on those tires, and to see him performing at this level, like just how much do you marvel at what he's been able to do?
It was amazing. He didn't seem tired out there. We should have done a better job, of trying to make it harder on him.
How you doing, Domas?
What's up?
So it was your 155th double-double with Sacramento, and your 59th career triple-double. You tied for 10th most triple-doubles in NBA history. What does that speak to, your commitment and acumen to the game?
I wish it came with a W. We're 0-2 in the season. We expect better things. And we got to lock in and take care of the next one.
For sure. And Fox scored his 700th three-pointer of his career earlier in the third quarter. Just talk about Fox's game and his.
He can do everything. He scores all three levels. He's a shooter. He's been working at it, and he's been shooting lights out. So let him keep going. Let him score another 700.
Despite the bitter ending, is there anything that you want to take away from this game? Any positives that you can bring on to the next game?
Nah, I don't even want to think about it.
For sure.
We did that too much last year. We gotta wash it away. And really get better and start winning some games.
For sure. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for your
Thank you.
Particularly the fourth quarter run they made on you guys.
Yeah, giving up 44 in the fourth, you're not going to win many games like that. So, we can't give up a 21-0 run, but I think that's kind of where the game was lost.
To see LeBron kind of go off like that, he's obviously been doing it a long time. This is his 22nd season, and his playoff games alone, he's played 3.5 seasons. Isn't it pretty incredible to see a guy at his age with that many miles on the tires doing what he's doing?
Yeah, definitely. Guys his age are playing at the rec. So, obviously what he's done in this league throughout his entire career has been amazing. And what he's doing right now still, in year 22, will probably never be replicated again.
What are you guys seeing? How would you dissect kind of what happened to you in that fourth quarter and why, you weren't able to stop that run sooner?
We just weren't guarding. We weren't guarding well. Obviously, Bron made some tough shots, but we have to do a better job. There were stretches of the game where we were really good defensively, and there were stretches where we were really bad, and that was one of those stretches. And we kind of let that get out of hand.
Where do you go from here? How do you kind of, figure this out and get on a winning track?
Last game I felt like we played, the better game, but we weren't able to finish that game. And then this game, starting the fourth quarter, we weren't good. So you just try to put together 48 minutes of good basketball. Obviously, they've both been close games. It's not like we just got blown out of the water. So, extra possessions here or there. I think we gave up 13 offensive rebounds. And if we're able to, get 13 down to 8 or even 7, it could be looking like a different ball game.
You've lost these two games by a combined 6 points. Like, that's what we're talking about, that sort of margin. What do you see as a sample size for, okay, I'll feel good for time to gel after this? Like, give us 5 games, give us 7.
Obviously a majority of our team is back from last year, but having somebody like DeMar, who obviously commands a lot of attention and has the ball, that does take a little bit of time, but I don't even think offense was our problem in both of those games. I think defensively, just those stretches where we're not guarding well enough. And then obviously the Lakers, I think at one point got up like 18, and in the fourth quarter they got up, I think 12 or 13. And then with Minnesota, we were up 9, 10, and we weren't able to put our foot on their neck. So I think it's just little possessions here and there that really change a ball game.
Fox, you hit your 700th career three-pointer earlier today. Could you just speak to your work from beyond the arc as of late?
I mean, I don't even think I'm particularly shooting the ball well this year, but obviously it's early in the season. But for us as a team, I mean, we haven't shot the ball well either. But the shots will fall, but that's not our main concern right now. For us, we have to be able to get stops if we want to be the team that we want to be.
And Domas hit his 59th career triple-double, tied for 10th with Larry Bird. Just speak about Domas's effort to.
Yeah, I mean, the work that he puts in night in and night out, I feel like is pretty much unmatched in this league. I think for the most part, the only person that really has done it like that is like Russell Westbrook, who played 80 whatever. If whenever he was averaging a triple double, like going out there playing hard every single night, every possession, those things aren't replicated a lot. And obviously, we've talked about not underappreciating Domas as much as I feel like people do. But for us right now, obviously, we would love for that to come out with a win when he performs like that. So us as a team, have to be better around him and be able to close out games.
Thanks, everyone.
Did some good things. Man, that first half especially, I thought we came out and really got some great looks. The guys moved the ball. The spacing was beautiful. The ball just didn't go in. But if we keep playing like that offensively, good things will happen. The one thing I'd like to say is, I don't know, 25 seconds left, 24 seconds left. It's a one-possession game. We hit, and I shouldn't have called the hit, and they got a bucket to go up 2 possessions. So I told the guys, that's on me. I'll take that. Which is unfortunate because there's still enough time to, with us having 2 timeouts going down the stretch, still enough time to get a stop hypothetically or go steal foul if we need to. But that was a tough offensive play that we gave up, and I'm going to take the blame for that one. On the flip side, one of the things we talked about coming into the game was their ability to offensive rebound. And they got 13 of them. Austin was a bear on the boards. Austin Reeves really was a bear on the boards, and that kept them in the game or helped them extend the lead when they needed to. So I got to give those guys a lot of credit. We talked about playing fast. Our guys did a great job of playing fast. We didn't do a good job of crashing the offensive glass. For us to only have 5 offensive rebounds, we usually get more than that, and we're going to need to get more than that. And then the last thing is, you give LeBron a lot of credit. They went on a 21-3 or 21-0 run to start the fourth, and burned the timeout and didn't want to lose another one. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. But our guys fought to get back in the game, and it was a one-possession game. And the timeouts were definitely needed down the stretch. But I thought we took some steps forward tonight. LeBron was great tonight, and we'll be better next time we step on the floor.
Mike, obviously tough loss, but did you see some encouraging signs defensively tonight from your team out there?
Yeah, we did, especially in the first half. I thought we did a pretty good job defending. This is where they got most of their offensive rebounds. I thought, they hit the glass really, really hard in that first half, and again, that either extended their lead or got them back in the game if we were up. And so that's the one area that I didn't think was good for us, especially in the first half. And then the second half, I thought for the most part, our defense was pretty good. LeBron hit some tough shots. I thought he hit contested threes. I'll have to take a look at it, but we played him the way that we played him in the past, and tonight he just happened to hit more than what he usually has done, and that impacted the game too. That got them rolling a little bit. There was a little stretch, I think, in the third quarter where we took some tough shots, either in the third or beginning of the fourth, it might have been the beginning of the fourth where we took some tough shots, some tough contested shots. But other than that, I thought offensively we did a pretty good job of moving the ball and taking the right shots throughout most of the game.
With DeMar, he got cooking there in the fourth a little bit. What's the balance between, all right, DeMar, you be you versus the flow of everything? It seemed like he sort of sensed, all right, it's go time where I gotta, maybe be a little more assertive out there in some of those shots. Is that something in the huddle that's conveyed or something like that?
Yeah, no, it's a combination of both. He played within the flow and picked his spots to get it, and throughout the course of the game, and you give the Lakers credit, they did a nice job, but he is who he is. I mean, he can go get it when he wants to. He's not going to be able to do that for 48 minutes, and so he sensed that we needed a bucket, and he went and got some buckets for us to get us right back in the game. We got to, we put him in a different position tonight than we did in the preseason and even in game one with some of the looks or ways that he got the looks tonight. And so we got to make sure we keep exploring that to see where we are.
Do you take some of the stuff that he's done in the past with other teams and incorporate it at all, or things that he's comfortable with from previous stops, or is it just?
Yeah, we looked at all that.
Okay.
One of the things that he's comfortable with that he did in Chicago, he likes bringing the ball. He likes having the ball in his hands in space, and so we consciously put it in his hands at times so he can go do what he does.
Mike, to lose 2 games against, two teams that have quite a bit of continuity, and obviously Minnesota was what they were last year, and the Lakers have, lots of talent on their side. Are you encouraged by what you've seen, considering you guys are still trying to figure out what you are and who you are and how you want to do it?
No, for sure. I am, and that's why I thought we made some pretty good strides tonight. Game one, they were a big team too against Minnesota. Did a fantastic job keeping them off the glass. We let that slip a little tonight, and it was their guards. It was you can call Rui forward. So Rui and Alston really hurt us between the two of them, getting that 8 offensive rebounds. But again, I thought we did some really, really good things, especially offensively. I mean, you shoot 51% from the floor, and you put up 44 threes. I didn't think we shot the ball from the three as well as we could, and I think we're going to get better from beyond the arc. You score 127 points in regulation. You think that's good enough to win, But like I said before, you got to give LeBron credit for being who he is.
How good was it to see Kev get it going a little bit and maybe start to develop a little bit of confidence?
Yeah, no, it's always good to see him get it going. He does a great job just with his pace, his gravity out on the floor, and he did a nice job taking the correct shots. He was 4 for 7 and 26 minutes. Which is really, really good. One of the areas that we need a little bit more from him and the rest of our guards is the rebound area. Domas obviously had 12, but between DeMar and Kevin as our 2 starters in that spot, so they got to get more rebounds than what they did at the end of the day. But other than that, I was really encouraged with some of the things that we did tonight. Okay,
and I have to ask about LeBron.
Yeah.
He 21 seasons. This is year 22. His playoff games equal 3.5 NBA seasons. To have coached him as a young man, and now to see what he's still doing, even at this stage in his career, even what he did tonight. How much do you just kind of marvel at what he's been able to do and what he's still doing?
You marvel at it at an extremely high level. For him to play as many years as he's played and still be able to turn it up, not just offensively but defensively too. Man, that's a huge credit to him. There's also a guy behind the scenes that has been with them forever, and he doesn't get talked about a lot. Is Mike Mancias. Mike Mancias was an assistant trainer when I got to Cleveland. He was a young assistant trainer, and LeBron has kept him as his personal trainer ever since. And Mike's an extremely bright guy, and obviously most of the work is done by LeBron, but Mike has a little something to do with it. So I just want to make sure he gets a little love and shout out too.
Hey, Coach. Fox hit his 700th career three-pointer earlier tonight. Could you speak to his work beyond the arc since you've seen him in Sacramento?
Yeah, he's put in a lot of really good work with Luke, especially during the off season, and he's a confident shooter, and we want him to let that thing fly when he's open. And he did tonight. He hit some big ones throughout the course of the game for us, either to extend the lead or help get us back into it. And so he's got to keep doing that. And I thought tonight he also was really good distributing the basketball. I meant for him to have 10 assists in his 40 minutes was big too.
Domas hit his 59th career triple-double. It seems like it's a regular thing at this point. Could you just speak to how underrated that kind of skill is to this team?
Yeah, it just shows how well-rounded of a player he is. He can score it in a lot of different ways. Obviously, he can pass it as well. And then he's a bear on the boards, and when he gets a triple double, you hate to take that L, you hate to waste it in an L, but he was definitely impactful tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Coach.
Room's open.